And it's time for our weekly sit-down with Bill O'Reilly, host of the No Spin podcast, available at BillO'Reilly.com nightly. Bill, let's start with these new developments in the special counsel investigation. We are learning now that White House lawyer Ty Cobb will be retiring at the end of the month. Multiple sources now reporting that Emmett Flood will take over. He, of course, represented Bill Clinton during his House impeachment hearings. What's your take on this shakeup with Trump's legal team?
Well, I think that the situation is coming to a head. Robert Mueller, the special counsel, is going to ruffle the White House. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to happen. And Americans need to pay attention. So on BillO'Reilly.com today, we devoted most of the program on telling people really what's in play and how serious this is. First of all, Robert Mueller has to find something on President Trump. Has to. Or his reputation is shot in the Beltway. So we don't know what that is, but from the questions that came out of the Trump administration, and that's where the leak came from yesterday, it looks like Robert Mueller is going to ask Trump a wide range of things, not just about Russia, but about his business dealings, his personal dealings while he was in the White House with selected people like Jeff Sessions, a lot of things. And I think Trump's lawyers have basically said, okay, now we know what Mueller's after, anything and everything, to try to get something on the president. That's why you're seeing the legal turnover. They're getting impeachment specialists in now. And my advice to President Trump is do not verbally go with Robert Mueller. And I'm saying that not as a partisan, but I don't think any human being could walk into that kind of a situation and come out unscathed, John. I don't think there's anybody on earth.
Let me just see if I'm getting this right, Bill. I don't want to read too much into the fact that this guy is an impeachment specialist and he handled the Clinton situation, but that's what you're telling us. You think the Trump administration is setting up for impeachment?
Yes, absolutely. They know if they lose the House that Mueller is going to come up with something. Something. See, if I'm the president, I have to think 5 steps ahead. And if I'm his lawyers, I'm saying, there's no way that Donald Trump goes in verbally and answers questions from the special counsel. That would be suicide. Written questions, okay. But if Trump says, I'm not going to answer, then there's a constitutional crisis, because then Mueller could issue a subpoena where Trump would be forced to go in front of a criminal grand jury. So if I'm Trump's lawyer, I say, we'll go in front of the grand jury, but we're taking the 5th. We're not going to answer any questions. And then I'd go on television, if I were the president, and say, here's why I'm doing it. Because I can't remember every single thing, every single conversation, and all my business dealings before I became president. He's going to ask me all of this stuff. Nobody could answer in a logical way that might not contradict something. So it's really getting intense now, very intense. And the wild card is Michael Flynn, the former who's now admitted to lying to the FBI. He's apparently telling Mueller stuff. Trump doesn't know what stuff he's telling Mueller. So it's an impossible position, is that? No doubt about it.
And that's true. With Flynn, they've asked for more time to investigate him. We'll see what comes of that. Bill, I also want to talk about immigration with the couple minutes we do have left. There are 2 key stories happening right now. We have this caravan on the U.S.-Mexico border, and also we have 7 state attorneys general now suing the Trump administration in kind of an end-around move to force the issue on DACA. But my question for you is this. Do you see any scenario where these 2 situations don't wind up at the Supreme Court?
The states are going to lose the DACA suit because any president has the right to issue an executive order, which Barack Obama did, which basically said that this class of illegal immigrant can stay. That's what DACA is about. So the president has the right to do that. The Supreme Court is not going to say he doesn't have the right because it's clear that he does. So that's a loser. You might be right, John, by saying that the states are doing this, the 7 Republican-dominated states are doing it to force the issue. I'm not sure why the issue has to be forced. It could have been legislated. The Democrats decided not to do that for political reasons. This all could be worked out. these people who were brought here by their parents.
I agree with you. I think that's why it has to be forced. They're trying to force the issue with Congress.
But it's really the wrong way to do it. Congress isn't going to do anything until November to see who's going to control. Democrats aren't going to do anything.
If then.
Yeah. So, but constitutionally, Barack Obama had the right to make the executive order, and Donald Trump has a right to undo it. Remember, that's in play, too. The courts are blocking President Trump from undoing the Obama executive order. That's unconstitutional.
It is a spiral web of problems when it comes to immigration. Bill O'Reilly, thanks so much, as always.
All right, John.
Great to talk to you, and we look forward to the No Spin podcast.
Newsmax TV. Watch us on Dish, DirecTV, AT&T Uverse, Verizon Fios, or download our free app. Don't have Newsmax TV? Call your local cable provider and request Newsmax today.